I'm going to record it. So today we are going to discuss a very beautiful topic, very realistic concept. Listen carefully, pay attention. Definitely, this session will be very useful to you. They will join soon, no problem. Meantime, without wasting our time, we can start because I automatically recorded. Even if they don't join, they can see. No issue. Okay, right. So, guys, we are on Azure Active Directory. We have three types of service models in Microsoft Azure Cloud ecosystem. One is infrastructure as a service and platform as a service and software as a service and also Azure networking. Very common question for the every interview in this. Okay, I have worked on SaaS. Yes, pretty good experience in SaaS. Tell me, what are the SaaS services offering Microsoft? Microsoft offering DevOps, Microsoft Entra ID, Office 365, Azure Portal, and other products, Outlook, okay, and also online exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, all are comes under SaaS application. Okay, you are working on SaaS, right? Yes, that is Microsoft Entra ID. Formally, it is called Azure Active Directory, guys. See, it is homepage. If you go to the Microsoft Entra ID, this is actually previously it is called Microsoft Azure Active Directory. Right now, it is called Entra ID. Okay, Microsoft Entra ID, which is updated recently, guys. Okay. Fine. So in this, what are the security services offering Microsoft? Could you please let me know? Like this, they will ask. Could you please let me know what are the services offering? Could you please let me know? Like this, they will ask. This is interview question, but in real-time work, they won't ask you. Customers will come to you, they will ask, hey, could you please enable a privileged identity management? Could you please enable a conditional access policy? Could you please enable multi-factor authentication? Could you please protect my identity? Could you please make it a risk in sign-in risk? Could you please block it? Could you please allow it? Like this, they will ask. In this way, they are going to asking guys. Okay. So for interview, you should know, okay, these are the security services. But in real time, just they will raise the ticket. Hello, cloud engineer. Could you please enable the conditional access policy? Could you please enable the multi-factor authentication? Yes. First, how do you enable the multi-factor authentication for a user? So, guys, in your company, imagine that you are in one project, in our one Capgemini company, and project is Asian Paints. Okay, the project is Asian Paints. So this is your company. This is Azure Cloud platform in this Azure Active Directory. Imagine that you are the member, you are working in this project along with you have team size. Okay, so what is your team size? Very common question, guys. Even in the last final round, we did right for Sri Hari Gopal. Okay, guys, three companies, guys. Okay, that guy, two companies final round completed. Today also final round. Three companies. ఏదో ఒకటి వస్తుంది హ్యాపీగా తీసుకుంటాడు నో ప్రాబ్లం బాగా కష్టపడ్డాడు ఓకేనా సో ఇన్ ద Azure cloud ecosystem we have project in this company you are one person even in the final round we got one question guys can you please tell me what is your team size are you individually managing your entire project yourself only or is there any team may I know that ఒకడివే మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నావా లేదంటే ఏమైనా టీం ఉందండి ఎస్ దెర్ ఇస్ అ టీమ్ 21 members are there L1 L2 L3 I am L2 engineer my designation is senior cloud operation engineer I am not individual contributor we are a member we are managing entire thing see how would I manage only one person to all the services very big project right ఇది రియలిస్టిక్ ఆన్సర్ ఇలా చెప్తేనే క్లియర్ అవుతాయండి మనం వర్క్ చేయడం వేరు ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేయడం వేరు ఆ వర్క్ని ఇంటర్వ్యూలో కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి అదే నేను ఇక్కడ చేసేది ఫైన్ సో you are in one company one project imagine that in this project in this project you are going to work in an enter ID one person will come to you okay hey could you please grant me the access and also enable the multi-factor authentication why because Microsoft Azure recommending that don't use only username and password to give access you can enable additional layer of securities like through mobile code through multi-factor authenticator app code passkey hmm, biometry these kinds of additional features should enable for security perspective like this guys okay how do you enable now The guy come to you, hello, cloud engineer, could you please give me credentials for company to log in to access our resources and enable multi-factor authenticator? Yes, then this is a real-time project scenario. Go to that Azure portal, navigate to Active Directory. Okay, this is the Active Directory. If I go to the users, see in the user blade, this is blade, guys. This is a blade we can call. These are called menu. These are called menu. This is blade. Okay, so go to users. There is a per user multi-factor authenticator. See, guys, per user multi-factor authenticator. You can select all one, or if you want, you can all are disabled. See, status is disabled. You can enable. Per user, I'm going to, for example, John. I'm going to enable for John multi-factor authenticator. See, guys, this is the option. Enable that. Hit on that. Enable it. Now it will be enabled. Status is enabled. Like this, you can enable, no problem. Select for all. You can per user, or you can, if you want to multiple user, if you want to for all user, you can select it and enable it multi-factor. See, that's it. This is one task. This is one task. Okay. So in this way, we are going to enable the multi-fact authenticator for multiple user or single user. What is multi-fact authenticator? What is a multi-fact authentication? Tell me. See, enforced. Done, guys. Enabled, enforced, done. Understood? Enable అయిపోయింది. అయితే what is this? See, multi-factor authentication is nothing but a additional layer of security. Whenever any user log into the Azure services, Azure apps, Azure resources, it will ask additional security code. మీరు జీమెయిల్లోకి లాగిన్ అవుతారు. జీమెయిల్లోకి లాగిన్ అయినాక ఫస్ట్ టైం ఓకే యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇస్తారు. తర్వాత అది కోడ్ కూడా అడుగుతుంది. ఎస్, ఇట్స్ మీ, the code 9858. It is additional layer of security to verify, to prove whether the person you are not. That is called multi-factor authentication. See, multi-factor. To authenticate, we are giving multiple factors. So that it is called multi-factor authentication. So what are the types of multi-factor authentication? So there are multiple types. One is mobile call, voice call, SMS, email code, temporary pass also. Very important. ఇది ఎలా సెటప్ చేయాలంటే, సో జస్ట్ వి ఎనేబుల్ ఫర్ ఆల్ యూజర్స్. హౌ డు యూ సెటప్? గో టు ద యూజర్, go to user. If I go to the user, okay, enable service setting. No, not like this. Yeah, authentication method. Require registration multi-factor authentication. See, guys, here what happened, once we hit on that, add multi-factor authentication, అది తర్వాత చూద్దాం. అతను మొబైల్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకుంటాడు. See, guys, methods. So if you want to enable code to the email, you can provide email. If you want to send the code to the call to the mobile, SMS or call to the mobile, you can provide mobile number here. And another multi-factor authentication is temporary access QR code also. See, once you try to log into the person, for example, Bilal is going to be logging, for example, it will scan the code like that. So scan చేసి కూడా లాగిన్ అవ్వచ్చు. స్కాన్ చేసి కూడా లాగిన్ అవ్వచ్చు. తర్వాత టెంపరీ యాక్సెస్కి, సో ఇది డ్యూరేషన్ పీరియడ్ మీకు 8 hours ఉంటుంది. 8 hours క్రియేట్ చేసి వాళ్ళకి టెంపరీ కీ వస్తుంది. క్రియేట్ చేస్తే టెంపరీ కీ వస్తుంది, అది ఇవ్వాల్సి వస్తుంది. సో మోస్ట్లీ ఈమెయిల్, మొబైల్ నెంబర్, ఈమెయిల్, మొబైల్ నెంబర్, టెంపరీ యాక్సెస్ పాస్ కీ యూజ్ చేస్తారనమాట. ఓకేనా? సో టెల్ మీ హౌ మెనీ ways are there, methods are there in the multi-factor authentication methods. One is email, second one is mobile, థర్డ్ వన్ ఇస్ టెంపరీ యాక్సెస్కి మీరు కావాలంటే లాగిన్ అయ్యి చూడండి. ఖచ్చితంగా ఈమెయిల్ కోడ్ అడుగుతుంది. ఈమెయిల్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇస్తారు. దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ ఆస్క్ ఈమెయిల్ కోడ్. ఇన్ కేస్ నేను ఇది ఇచ్చాను అనుకో, ఎస్ఎంఎస్ టు యువర్ మొబైల్. In case if I provide this one, it will ask, give me the temporary access key, పాస్ కీ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఓకే, అది ఇస్తుంది. వీ షుడ్ ప్రొవైడ్ హిమ్. అది ఎక్కడైనా సేవ్ చేసుకోవాలా. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద మల్టీ ఫ్యాక్టర్ అథెంటికేషన్. సో వెరీ యూస్ఫుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ టుడే we discussed. As an administrator, whenever you are going to manage user identity in the companies, see 500 employees will be there in one company. Consider one Capgemini. In the Capgemini, there might be 500 employees are there for one organization. For example, for Bangalore location, 500 employees. Hyderabad location says 500 employees. Maybe you should manage all these 500 employees identities, guys. 500 employees will be, you need to create username or password, enable multi-factor authentication and authentication methods, which one, either email or password key or phone number or QR code. Have to maintain. So you should be do like this. So don't listen clearly. Just okay, what is what? Don't do. You can go to the Azure portal and go to the Microsoft Entra ID and go to the users. You should enable all the user. You should enable the multi-factor authentication for all users here. After that, you should go to the one person, particular person. If you have to set it up to the particular method. Which method do you want? See, do you want method a particular user? You have to do like this. And after that, the mobile should be download the Microsoft Authenticator app. Microsoft Authenticator app, and he should be registered. Okay, done. If you want to rework, you can rework. If you want to reset the password, you can reset the password to the person. Okay, then you can see here which role assigned to this guy. You can see which role assigned to this guy. You can see here. Okay, right. So the Bilal having subscription level, he's contributor as well as owner, weak man. If you want to provide, you can provide it. Go to the subscription, go to subscription, you will get tab. Go to subscription, guys. Here we have to provide subscription. IKM are back. So what are the security components you are using? What are the security services you are using in your organization? Ante, you have to explain. Go to the add role assignment. See, you can grant a permission in subscription level. Scope is subscription. Go to contributor. Which role, whoever. So, for example, this one, you can select the member. Members will be coming. 500 members will come for your location. Those, for example, I'm going to provide HR team or Azure DevOps team. You can. Idi. So you learned today what? What is multi-factor authentication? How do you enable per user for all user? How do you set it up for a particular user? Which methods are available? Today you learn. And also, how do you grant permission at scope level? What are the scopes? We have management group, specific subscription. See, you have to understand this one, very useful. So first, guys, we have account, guys. Many interview questions. I got account. After that, after that, we have management group, MG group. Under that, we have management group. Under that, subscriptions. Under that, resources. నేను ఎందుకు రాస్తున్నానంటే చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్. Two questions అడుగుతారు. So if we go here, see account first. After that, we have management group. After that, we have subscription. After that, we have resource. So these are the hierarchy of the Azure. So which level we are going to grant access using RBAC? We can provide at management group level. We can provide at subscription level. We can provide at resource group level. Sorry, this is resource group. After that, we have resources. Specific resource level also we can provide. This is very important, guys. Huh? Listen carefully. So once we create account, huh? And also once we take subscription, we'll take automatically a tenant will be created. That is a tenant yesterday we discussed. So if we go to that Active Directory, if we go to Active Directory now, so go to manage tenant, see create new tenant. So by default, once you took subscription, automatically tenant will be get it. So go to create. Now you can provide the tenant name. Which tenant, for example, you are working for what? The new project ACN Paint. Okay, ACN Paint tenant. Okay, domain name ACN only. ACN. Okay, Paint. ACN Paint. This is a domain actually. Okay, ACN. This is okay. Tenant name. You are working for which project? Asian Paint. Okay. The tenant name and domain name. Then you should provide resource group and location. So provide the resource group. You can select subscription. Okay. Uh, Pay as you go subscription only. It can. Then automatically it will be take. Go to the review. Okay. You can use Central India. SEO specific. You can select. Wait for 1 minute. Okay. So go to Active Directory and tenant and the tenant. So if you want to create tenant, new tenant, by default it will come as a default tenant once you took a subscription. See if any organization or any individuals or any user took subscription, automatically a tenant will become. A tenant is a exclusive instance where the centralized location to manage, to administering users, groups, and IDs and managed identities, service principles, applications, devices, easily, seamlessly, securely. That is called tenant. Okay. So anytime have you created? Yes, I created. You have to say. So how do you create? Tell me. To create tenant, a tenant level owner I should have owner. You should be owner. Okay. So go to the Azure portal. Go to enter ID. There is a manage tenant. If I hit on that, there is option create button. I will be create the tenant. Then I will select the means governor workspace. So you can select. It will ask tenant domain name and resource group. Tenant to domain name and resource group. So provide the tenant name, SCN. For example, you are working for one project, the name should be represent to its vanity like this is. Enter information also they will provide guys. No worry about it. Okay. Without information, don't proceed. If you don't have, you can ask directly in the Teams call any your user or colleagues or your solution architect. Hello, I got one ticket to create tenant, but I don't have any details. Could you please provide anybody have templates like this? You have. This is a real-time environment, guys. Okay. Keep it in mind. So go to provide the details, all this, and provide whatever the reason if you want to. For example, your Indian project of Asian Paint is US, you can United States only. It's actually a country location. It's not a resource location. Keep in mind. Okay, tenant is not a resource. It is a service actually. Okay, fine. So you can use any. as per your project requirement, location. So here we can set subscription. Why? Because only one subscription you have. Huh? If you have multiple subscription, it will be select automatically. It will become. So అది రాదు. So once we got multiple subscription, then only it will be coming to the picture. You can select it and review and create it. Like this, I can create. So what is tenant? Why is a tenant? And how do you configure the tenant? Have you anytime configure the tenant? This is the only question for interview. But what is your job here for real time? We'll go to the Microsoft Enter ID, go to the manager tenants. Whenever you want to create one tenant, go to create and provide the tenant name, domain name, resource group. Okay, tenant name, domain name, resource group, geographic location. That's it. Nothing is required. Like this, we can create. Why do you use to specify some space to the users? That is called tenant, guys. ఏం లేదు మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అజూర్ క్లౌడ్లో ఒక కంపెనీకి కొంత స్పేస్ ఇవ్వడమే టెనెంట్ అంతే. ఈ రూమ్ మనం ఒక రూమ్స్ని అద్దెకి తీసుకుంటాం, మనం టెనెంట్ అయిపోతాం. ల్యాండ్ లార్డ్స్ ఓనర్స్ అయిపోతారు. ఇప్పుడు ల్యాండ్ లార్డ్ ఎవరు? మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అజూర్ క్లౌడ్. టెనెంట్ ఎవరు? ఏ కంపెనీ అయితే, ఏ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అయితే ఈ ఈ సర్వీసెస్ని యూజ్ చేయాలనుకుంటుందో అది టెనెంట్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సి చెప్తాను చూడండి, క్లియర్గా అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఇది క్లౌడ్ అండి. ఎవరిది? ఇది మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అండి. సో ఎవరు ల్యాండ్ లార్డ్? ఓనర్ ఎవరు? మామూలుగా ల్యాండ్ లార్డ్ అంటే బెస్ట్. ల్యాండ్ లార్డ్ అంటే ఆ, తన సొంతం అనమాట, భూస్వాములు. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇది మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అజూర్ కాబట్టి ఇది మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అనేది ల్యాండ్ లార్డ్, వాళ్ళ సొంతం. అందులో ఏదో ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ని నేను ఇలా ఇది తీసుకుంటాను, ఒక చిన్న స్పేస్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాను వాళ్ళకి. ఎందుకు? అజూర్ సర్వీసెస్ యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అజూర్లో క్రియేట్ చేస్తే, ఎంట్రాయిడీలో క్రియేట్ చేస్తే ఇది ఇచ్చిన టైప్. అంటే మనం ఆ భూమిలోకి వచ్చి ఏదో ఒక రూమ్ని అద్దెకు తీసుకుంటే, ఎనివే వాళ్ళ మనకు వచ్చి అద్దెకు తీసుకుంటే ఆ అద్దెకు తీసుకున్న వాళ్ళే టెనెంట్ అవుతారు. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు తీసుకుంటున్నారు? ఏసియన్ పెయింట్ వాళ్ళు కొంచెం మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అజూర్ సర్వీస్లో ఉన్నటువంటి భాగాన్ని కొంచెం తీసుకున్నారు అద్దెకి, సొంతం కాదు. అదే tenant. So here also, where in Microsoft Azure, in the Entra ID, we are going to create one tenant for some Asian Paint company or organization for leveraging Azure services. That is called tenant. So why do you create this? If you create tenant, if any somebody take a room, we can leverage that room, right? We can sleep there, we can stay there, we can live there, right? So here also, if you use tenant, what happened in the Microsoft Azure cloud, we can manage our company identities, our company applications, our company devices, our company groups, employees, any other resources and accesses as well. It provides a centralized access management requirement, guys. That is called tenant. So how do you create the custom domain for the tenant? Already we discussed it. If you go to the Microsoft Azure, right, okay, leave it. So if you go to the Microsoft Azure, enter ID, and already tenant is right. Already tenant is there, right? Go to the enter ID. There is a custom domain. Go to custom domain. See, by default it is. If you want, you can create custom domain. What is it? The acnpaint.com. acnpaint.com. This is a custom domain, guys. And the custom domain, automatically two records will be coming to the picture. You have to take these two records, these details, at the rate and this value should take, and go to GoDaddy and create the record set. TXT record set can be used for what? Validate ownership. MX record set used for what? It will be tells where the email can be delivered into the server, email server. It will be tells exact email server. That's it. Like this, we are going to create the custom domain. So that's it. So today you learn how do you enable the multi-factor authenticator for all user per user? How do you set up? Which are the authentication methods? And also how do you create the tenant? What is the tenant? Why do you use the tenant? How do you create the tenant? Basically, what is the main advantages of the tenant? Can you tell me the analogy? And how do you create a custom domain for the tenant? Also already discussed. So now coming to the another security service. What are the security services offered by Microsoft Azure in Entra ID? There are multiple security service. One is, users, groups, external identities, app registrations, service principals, device logins, and identity governance, identity protections. and privileged identity management and multi-factor authentication, passwordless authentication. These are all the unconditional access policies. So now tell me, how do you enable passwordless authentication? Another security piece feature for user. So, yes, every time users, for example, 500 members are there in your company. Each user should use username and password for multiple applications. You have SharePoint, you have OneDrive, you have Teams, you have Outlook, you have Calendar, and also online exchange, Office 365, and different applications. Definitely required. Suppose if you are working for one company, guys. ఇన్ కేస్ మీరు ఒక కంపెనీ ఉన్నారనుకో, మీరు ఇన్ని అప్లికేషన్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఒకటి అవుట్లుక్ అండి, కంపల్సరీ మీరు అవుట్లుక్ ఉంటుంది మీకు, మ్యాండేటరీ డ్యామ్ షూర్. అండ్ టీమ్స్ అండ్ షేర్ పాయింట్, ఆన్లైన్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్, ఓకే, అండ్ ఆల్సో వన్ డ్రైవ్ అండ్ సర్వీస్ నౌ టికెటింగ్ టూల్ అండ్ జోహో ఫర్ టైమ్ షీట్ గైస్. ఎవ్రీ డే యూ నీడ్ టు చెక్ ఇన్ అండ్ చెక్ అవుట్, రైట్? ఆ టైమ్ షీట్ రికార్డ్ అంతా మళ్ళీ నువ్వు సబ్మిట్ చేయాలి. సో యువర్ actions will be monitored here on time Zoho. So at least 10 applications every day we are going to open in daily activities. For all these applications, you should remember username and password. It is very tedious. So why don't you use without password? That is called passwordless authentication. That as an admin you should enable. For example, any user join, you should enable passwordless authentication. Don't require password. Use any other methods. So that can be possible by passwordless authentication. Go to the secure Microsoft Azure portal, Microsoft Enter ID security. Under the security, you have authentication methods. Okay. Go to the authentication methods. See here, we have multiple options. Passkey FIDO2 means fast identity online for all users. Multi-factor authentication, all user, it is already enabled for all users. So go to the multi-factor authentication. See here, include all users. See here, passwordless authentication already enabled. Basically, it is in any, so you can enable the passwordless authentication. Save it. How do you enable it? So first I will go to Azure portal, navigate to the Active Directory. In the Active Directory, there is a security. See, once again, I will show. So you should use Azure portal, guys. Okay, go to security and go to the multi-factor authentication. Sorry, authentication methods, and just use method is a multi-factor authentication, Microsoft Authenticator. You select the method is passwordless authentication. Now all users we are using for all. Okay, 500 employees doesn't require user password, guys. Like username will provide, password no, biometric or what is that, email ID, code, passcode, or SMS, like this. Very simple. Fast authentication purpose, and also it will be avoid the risk. Why? Because if you provide password, sometime you may log in different laptops. It will be stored in cache. Okay, stored in Google password, right? అక్కడ స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. Anybody may be steal. So it avoid the risk also, and fast authentication also, and reduce the management overhead. So this is a feature offered by Microsoft Azure also. Okay, done. If you want to exclude somebody, you can create one group for the users. You can exclude them. Okay, you can exclude them. This is a passwordless authentication. So you know what is passwordless authentication? It is a feature in Microsoft Enter ID, which can be used for avoiding the giving the password for every applications. Instead of using password, we can use any other multi-factor authentication. Just biometric, okay? Biometric and email code, SMS, voice call, scan, like this, QR code scanning, like this. So instead of using the password, we can use any other. Without using password, we can sign into the services. Instead of using password, we can any other methods like mobile call, voice call, email, SMS, like this. Okay, no? But you should enable the prior to this one. You should enable the multi-factor authentication. Should enable it. ఖచ్చితంగా ఎనేబుల్ చేసి ఉండాలి. That's it, guys, about Microsoft Enter ID, which is multi-factor authentication, security features. Anyway, security features. Right. So now, after that, we should go to the conditional access policy. Go to protection. See here, conditional access policy. So before going to that, guys, you should know what is this. Guys, nothing but giving access to the users, employees, groups, teams, project teams, or team members, or users, or employees. Of course, any company having employees, right? You are giving access to the employees with certain conditions, not temporary access. See, suppose one user is there. If you grant permission using RBAC and AAM authentication, you have given. You can use anytime. You can use anywhere. You can use any laptop. Even he can log in to our other services in Net Center as well. It's very dangerous, right? So, can you define condition? Best to protect our Azure's organization assets. Why should you use condition? Use a condition to the guys. సో టర్మ్స్ అండ్ కండిషన్స్ అప్లై అని అంటారు చూడు, ఇక్కడ కూడా అంతే. యాక్సెస్ ఇవ్వడమే కాదు, ఇక్కడ టర్మ్స్ అండ్ కండిషన్స్ ఉంటాయి అని చెప్పడం. అడిషనల్ లేయర్ ఆఫ్ సెక్యూరిటీ. ఇట్ ఎన్ఫోర్స్ ది యాక్సెస్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ గైస్ వెన్ స్పెసిఫిక్ కండిషన్ ఇస్ అక్క. ఊరికి ఇవ్వం, కండిషన్ ఉంటుందండి. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఒక ఎంప్లాయ్ అనుకోండి, మీ ఎంప్లాయ్కి ఎక్కడ పడితే అక్కడ లాగిన్ అయితే అవ్వదు. ఏ ల్యాప్టాప్ అంటే ఆ ల్యాప్టాప్లో లాగిన్ అయితే అవ్వదు. ఓకేనా? ఏ లొకేషన్లోకి వెళ్ళి ఆ లొకేషన్లో లాగిన్ అయితే అవ్వదండి. అన్నిటికీ కండిషన్స్ ఉంటాయి. So that is called conditional access policy. It's a security feature in Microsoft Enter ID which provide access depends on certain conditions. If the condition is satisfied, then only access will be allowed to the user to use our Azure resource. That is called conditional access policy. To configure this one to users, the Azure AD should not be free. The free cannot support. Azure AD licenses, I told you already, free, basic, standard, premium, premium 1, premium 2, premium 3. So at least we can use premium anyone, premium V1, premium P1, P1, P2, anything. You can use for define the conditions. Keep in mind for interview. Have worked on conditional access policy? Yes. How do you set it up? First, I will go to the Microsoft Enter ID and go to the security. Okay. Under the security, we have option protection. Under the protection, we have conditional access policy. It will ask create new policy. Once we create new policy, it will show like this, guys. For this only, I already make it ready. చూడండి. సో కండిషనల్ యాక్సెస్ పాలసీ ఫస్ట్ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ద యూజర్స్ ఫర్ హూమ్, రైట్? ఎందుకంటే ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్ సపోర్ట్ చేయదు కాబట్టి ఇలానే ఉంటుంది. ఫర్ హూమ్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సెలెక్ట్. ఫర్ ఆల్ యూజరా, ఓన్లీ సెలెక్టెడ్ యూజరా, సెలెక్టెడ్ గ్రూప్సా, ఎవరికి నువ్వు కండిషనల్ యాక్సెస్ పాలసీ అప్లై చేస్తావు? ఫర్ హూమ్, ఓకే, యూ కెన్ సెలెక్ట్ ఇట్. ఆఫ్టర్ దాట్ యూఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డిఫైన్ రిక్వైర్ అథెంటికేషన్ మెథడ్స్. సి రిసోర్సెస్, ఏ రిసోర్సెస్కి అజూర్లో రిసోర్సెస్ ఉంటాయి కదా, ఆఫీస్ 365, సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్స్, ఎనీ రిసోర్స్. ఇక్కడ మీకు నన్ను అనే పెట్టారు, ఇక్కడైతే మీరు సెలెక్ట్ ఆల్. సెలెక్ట్ రిసోర్స్ అంటే మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు రిసోర్సెస్. చూడండి, ఇవన్నీ అజూర్ సర్వీసెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఆఫీస్ 365, ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ అజూర్ సర్వీస్ మోస్ట్లీ ఇదే ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఎక్స్చేంజ్ ఆన్లైన్, షేర్ పాయింట్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. మీరు ఏది కావాలో దానికి మీరు సెలెక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. అంటే ఎవరికి ఏ సర్వీస్ మీద. ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఎంప్లాయీ ఏం చేస్తాడు, ఎంటర్ ఐడిలో ఉంటే తను ఏదో పని చేస్తాడు, దేని మీదనో, దానికి నువ్వు స్పెసిఫిక్ కండిషన్స్ డిఫైన్ చేయాలి. సో ఏ పర్సన్కి ఆన్ విచ్ సర్వీస్ వీ నీడ్ టు డిఫైన్. దాన్ గ్రాంట్ యాక్సెస్ బ్లాక్ చేయాలా, గ్రాంట్ చేయాలా. కండిషనల్ యాక్సెస్ పాలసీ సాటిస్ఫై అవుతాయి అంటే అతను కండిషన్స్ ఉంటాయి. అతను రిక్వైర్డ్ ల్యాప్టాప్ మీద ఉన్నాడా, కరెక్ట్గా యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇచ్చాడా, పలానా వ్యక్తి నేనా, పలానా లొకేషన్లోనే ఉన్నాడా, మన కంపెనీ ల్యాప్టాప్ అయినా, అది ఈ విధంగా గ్రాంట్ చేస్తాం కండిషనల్ యాక్సెస్ పాలసీని. చూడండి ఇది. సో ఫస్ట్ if you hit on the create button, guys, if you hit on the create button, it will show like this. First, which users, ఏ యూజర్, సెలెక్టెడ్ యూజర్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్ యూజర్స్ మీ ఇష్టం, based on the requirement. Then what services, on which services you are going to select this service, and going to select multi-factor authentication. అప్పుడు గ్రాంట్ అవుతుంది. ఈ విధంగా వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎనేబుల్ ద మల్టీ-ఫ్యాక్టర్ అథెంటికేషన్. కీప్ లెర్నింగ్, ఓకే. చాలా యూస్ఫుల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ టుడే ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. వాట్ ఈస్ అ పాస్వర్డ్లెస్ అథెంటికేషన్, హౌ డూ యూ ఎనేబుల్, వాట్ ఈస్ అ కండిషనల్ యాక్సెస్ పాలసీ, హౌ డూ యూ ఎనేబుల్, వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్, వై డూ యూజ్ దిస్ వన్. These are all the features, security features occurred by Microsoft Azure in Azure Active Directory. Learn చేయండి. So this is Azure Active Directory, guys. This is a free trial actually. See, license is free. Like this, we have P1, P2 also there. But to configure this high level security features, we should require what? Premium, at least premium 1 or premium 2. Understood? Huh? So, and also, what is the tenant we discussed? Why do you use the tenant we discussed? And how do you create? How do you create the custom domain? Why do you require tenant? Okay, what is the hierarchy of the tenant? What is RBAC? Why do you use this one? What is the conditional access policy? Hmm? All these things we discussed. Like how do you, what is the multi-factor authentication? How do you enable multi-factor authentication? మంచి మంచి ఫీచర్స్ని ఈరోజు ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇచ్చాను. ఇంటర్వ్యూలో వేడ అడుగుతారు. ఓకే, ఈజీగా వర్క్ కూడా చేయొచ్చు. మీరు లర్న్ చేసుకుంటే కాన్ఫిడెంట్ లెవెల్స్ వస్తాయి. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకోండి, ఓకేనా? ఈజీగా మీకు సబ్జెక్ట్ వస్తుంది. దట్స్ ఆల్ గైస్ టుడే. I will share the videos and questions. Keep learning. Bye.